to be able to invite you and welcome you to the Shatford Centre of the Okanagan School of the Arts, where our mission here is to be able to assist with the awakening and the expression of the creative spirit.
Where I'm going I don't know. Hope it's warm and sunny. Hope there's lots of money and lots of friends. Rains all night, runs all day. Everybody likes to play.
Creative for life. Oh.
So we're at the Shatford Centre in Penticton.
So this is my friend Nguyen, and we're here at the second Creative for Life Symposium Open House put on by the Okanagan School of the Arts, and this is creative workshops, as they say, for those not born yesterday. Isn't that cute? Because you know what? We all have an IQ, but we also have a CQ, and guess what that is? A creative quotient. And that's within us, and that's what we're here to experience today. So let's go experience, right, Nguyen?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much, and that was very nice to see your outfit, Nguyen.
Thank you very much.
Hope I said that correctly.
Yes, you did.
Looks very interesting and really catching your eye.
Fun. Well, thank you, kind sir. Milton is the organizer of this event.
One of the organizers.
Hi.
Yeah. So welcome.
So I'm Fred Milton, and that's Cheryl Ann down there, and we're going to do a little bit of video while we're here.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? When I first was a journalism, journalism, I was a press photographer, and I had that huge camera with the light bulb, and you slid the things in and out. And now we have things like this, which is amazing.
It is amazing. I often think of that, actually. I see those old TV cameras that they used to use back 40 years ago. Amazing. Really.
You had to be strong to be a photographer in those days, a news photographer, yeah. Well, that's great.
So what was your name?
My name is Melanie Gale.
Oh, my daughter's name is Melanie. Well, hi, Melanie. Can you tell me a little bit about the booth?
Okay, so this here is the Better at Home program, and our coordinator for that is Myrna Tischer, and she is here as well today. Oh. And we have just started a pilot project for getting people connected with their community.
So that's the South Okanagan Seniors
Also in
Wellness
conjunction with South Okanagan.
Thank you, Randy. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're here. And this is our second symposium. This is part of history because we plan to continue to have. What I'd like to do is introduce Milton, who is he's actually a director for the Okanagan School of the Arts, and he's also with our programming committee. He has a huge background. At this point, Milton, I'd like you to come up and start talking about the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. I spent somewhat around 30 years or so in Toronto as a professor and university administrator. But I grew up in Grand Forks. How many of you here know Grand Forks and Borscht? All right, okay. And I thought, okay, I want to move back to the lakes and the mountains where I grew up. And then I thought, well, I'm moving from 3.5 million people to 3.5 thousand people if I go back to Grand Forks. I wonder how close the nearest psychiatric facility is. And so I thought, no, I've heard that this place, Penticton and so on, is, and I visited here many times. So I came and literally knew nothing or anybody in the town. I had one friend from childhood, Dr. James Henniger, who was an obstetrician, and some of you may have met him personally. He introduced me to the Rotary Club, but the other thing that happened is I found out about the Okanagan School of the Arts and the Shatford Centre. And this has become, in so many ways, my creative home, along with working with Rotary.
But what this program is about is learning about the South Okanagan, who we are, where we've come from, why are we who we are. And it will range from, and has been ranging from the early years of the First Nations to the Hudson's Bay Company and the Fur Brigades, and will continue on up through to about 1990 or so, just depending on how much time we have. But we're going to continue right on through.
Mary Ann Murphy, professor at the University of British Columbia, Okanagan, and she is president of the Okanagan chapter of CARP, Canadian Association of Retired Persons. How many people, anybody here, members of CARP? Oh, good. We have a few of you here. And, you know, we talked about volunteerism, and we talked about the things that we can do together. And so we've invited Mary Ann to come and talk about CARP and what you can do for it, and together what we could do.
The more I work in the field of aging, the more I'm convinced on the importance of creativity. And a couple of years ago, that caused me to help initiate a new seniors acting troupe in Kelowna. And these were all novice actors. We hired 2 theater directors to help us along our way. And that theater group is now in its 3rd year. Perhaps you'd like to invite them up.
I have enormous admiration and respect for how Bob looks at the world and how he's going to tell you about documentaries. So please welcome Bob Nichols.
Thanks for coming, everyone. I'm going to ask you if any of you came to our documentary film festival a couple of months ago. Is anybody? You several. Well, then you know how interesting those documentaries were. But a lot of people in Penticton don't know what they missed. As Milton said, these are films that are powerful and moving and informative, and we really don't see enough of them. We don't get to appreciate them. We certainly don't see them at the Penmar, and we will see them here. This is an incredible service, and I think if you give them a try, you will be
And I tracked him down, went to his house by invitation. He said, oh, just sit down, I'll be right back. He came back about 10 minutes later with his arms out like this, filled with photo albums and scrolls. And he said, there's one picture I want to show you right away. So he pulled up the album, flipped through it, and said, there's a picture of your grandfather on his wedding day, great-great-grandfather on your wedding day. He'd come to Canada as an indentured orphan, had ended up in Winnipeg working for the Hudson Bay, and he stood there in the bowler, sat there in this throne lecture, bowler hat, white bow tie, black suit, and standing beside him in full regalia was his Cree wife. That was the first I knew, and I'm very proud of it, that I had Aboriginal blood in me. Now, if that picture had not been taken and saved, we never would have known. So it's a very important part of recording our life history. Barbara, please.
And my little part program is called Photo Memories. And for most of us, over the years, we've taken pictures or been given a cherished picture or a photograph of a happy event. We put them on the wall, we stick them in albums, in boxes, and now in digital age, we stick them in Ziploc bags, people tell me. They just can't keep up. But my class will help you to capture some of those moments in time and put them into a smaller album that can enhance and even help you relive that time.
No, see what I mean?
No, we have to put this on because I'm not as smart as the other speakers. I need a PowerPoint projection. You guys don't need any fancy things, but I do.
See what I mean? Go ahead. Is this on?
It's warming up.
Oh, it's warming up. Okay.
And I'm short. It's hard to see over the...
May I, Marty? You're going to need to plug in and everything and do all that. Speaking of warming up, my name is James, and I'm a practicing senior citizen. I've been practicing retirement for years, and I'm now practicing being a senior citizen because I love the idea of doing a whole lot of everything that I want. So could I have everybody stand up if you're able to stand up? For some of you, I'm sorry if we woke you up, but the deal is this. Earlier, it was mentioned that even one little bit of fitness in your day is perhaps more than some of you have done. So can I have some of you, or all of you, if you're able to raise your right arm above your head and reach for the sky, and just push the roof up ever so slightly.
And they went, of course, it's a perfect fit. We want to create quality lives for our senior years. And so many people have health conditions that cause us to not be able to be as creative as we want to
And Dr. Deal, who is the founder of the CHIP program, one of his great slogans was, without health, everything is nothing. And you know that. If you're trying to do the things that Judy does, she's up on stage doing singing and whatever, and if you don't have the energy to give what you need to your creative act, it's not the enjoyment that you want it to be. Or if you've got arthritis and you're trying to paint and your hands are hurting or whatever, we just want people to have abundant health. So we wanted to tell you about this.
Good afternoon. Can you hear? I'm Kathleen Noble, and I'm from the Penticton Quilters Guild. And we're always looking for new members. We don't have very many men.
So, Lynn, could you come up and give us some information about Penticton Arts Council?
My name is Lynn. I'm from the Penticton Arts Council, and you will find us at the beautiful Lair House. We're open every day of the week. We always have local artists exhibits. You're welcome anytime to drop in to see what's going on and to take a look at what's in our galleries and just to enjoy the local art. The Penticton Arts Council, excuse me, is the umbrella organization that's been part of the Penticton community for over 50 years. We support arts and culture organizations and individuals by ways of financial grants, promoting and marketing our artists' events and programs, as well as work very closely with the City of Penticton and the province of BC to address the arts and community needs of our own community right here.
Yes?
So we're taking a snack break here.
There you go. Enjoy. This will give you the energy to go for the rest of the day.
Hi, you have a display here?
Yes, I'm with the Grandmothers for Africa, but I forgot my shirt.
Oh. So what, can you tell me a little bit about it?
Sure, we're Canadian grandmothers that raise funds for African grandmothers, and we do it through the Stephen Lewis Foundation. We try to have one fundraising event a month. This month we're having a Thursday night jazz band that's going to be at the Barking Parrot on January 22nd, and in February we have a social bridge activity on February the 6th. So that's
you have a display here?
Yes.
What is your display about?
The Community Foundation of the South Okanagan. So we're a registered charity and we provide grants to other organizations in the community.
Oh.
So we help donors create legacies for the community.
Very good. And this is your sign here?
Yeah, that's our sign. That's our slogan. Your community makes you and you make your community.
Would you like to tell me about your display?
Oh, sure. I'm Dawn Renault. I'm doing writing recollections. So I'm just going to help people figure out how they want to tell their recollections of certain events or people, how they want to write them down. We're not going to do the red pen, that's not proper writing. We're not doing that. We're doing how to make it fun and interesting and add those little details that people are going to really be excited about.
Can I ask you to tell me a little about your display?
Okay, well, my name is David Cornetz. I'm a local author.
Right.
Cold at the moment. But, these are my 3 books here.
Right.
I've written 3 fantasy novels. And I also run a writing contest. It's in its 5th year. These 4 books here were all published from the writing contest. And they're all Canadian authors.
This is Patty DeBrokery, and she was just explaining to me that in her life she'd already been drawing a little bit. So she took this Kincaid picture and drew it onto the fabric, and then she's quilted it onto here.
Wow.
Do you want to say something, Patty?
Just that, you know, if you see something, a technique or a project, something you would like to try, by all means, it's important not to cut yourself off from trying it just because you're afraid. It's often the whole process of the learning. It's the process of doing, not necessarily, and it might not be perfect by the time you finish, but you've had a good time, you've learned something doing it, and it's important that you do your learning. Yeah.
I just wanted to comment that my maternal grandfather worked with CPR, and he actually worked on the last train, but it was in Alberta.
Yeah.
And I do slightly remember him talking about Oriental
literally going door to door selling, guess what? Sylvania light bulbs.
That I was given by Jane had a cast that was relatively young. And I'll say that in their 30s and 40s, and to me that is young. I took that script, and all I needed to do was cast one person older, and then all of a sudden, all the other roles became roles for the older.
And Marion said that writing is hard. And it's not hard. I want to dispel those myths. If you're going to come to my writing recollections, we're going to have fun.
How many here have heard of the Better at Home program? In this community, we have done it a little bit different, as we are 2 agencies that have partnered to deliver this program. So not only do we deliver the Better at Home program, but what we're doing is expanding our services for seniors for the community, helping seniors to access community, make those connections.
I'm getting a picture taken?
It's video.
It's video. Okay, do you want me to give you the recipe?
Usually 12 ounces of pop has that.
Actually, I wish I'd gotten what you just said about the kids and the crackers.
Yeah, because kids love crackers, and all the boxed crackers have no nutrition in them. They have very little. The only nutrition they have is they've added chemicals in to try and boost the nutrition. So what we try and do is use real foods and make very nutritious crackers that have protein, calcium, whatever, to keep our bodies strong. And so you can eat lots of them because they're vegetables and nuts.
Dangers of
seeds.
Coca-Cola or
there's the
Coca-Cola
crackers
and sugar
right there.
or something in there is a fantastic.
And I can attest to the fact that they taste really good.
Good. So we can send you the recipe if you wanted it. And if you want any chip in.
Well, I'm here at the Shatford Center and I'm getting healthy, eating healthy snacks. Eating snacks is what I do best.
And we here at Fred Spencer Adventures want to let you know that Ogopogo is usually seen in the month of August, and so we are planning an Ogopogo expedition for this summer. Keep joining us.
Well, that's my vlog for today. Please comment below. I always like to read your comments and I respond to them as much as I can. Please like my video. Please share. Thanks for watching and we'll see you later. And if you're new to my videos, please subscribe. See you later.
Where I'm going, I don't know. Hope it's warm and sunny. Hope there's lots of money and lots of friends. Rains all night, runs all day. Everybody likes to play. Hope I have lots of friends, lots of girls, lots of boys. Hope I have lots of money. Hope I have nice and sunny. Sitting on a beach somewhere, within my hand a pear and a little bit of noise, just to make things happy. Good music every day, good things to eat, to play. Hope it's always sunny, except it can rain at night. It's gonna be funny. Hope I have a great time.